Welcome to all of you in this video. In this video, we will be talking about rule of law. Now, rule of law basically means the paramountcy of law over the government. Now, before understanding rule of law, we will have to understand the divine theory of state. Now, what is the divine theory of a state? The divine theory of a state says that the king can do no harm and the king is above the law. So actually, it is not the divine theory of a state. It is the theory of divine origin of the king, where king was considered someone descended from the God himself and no law can have authority over him. So this divine theory of a state was widely believed in medieval centuries and it was deeply prevalent in the states of Britain. Actually, I should say the kingdom of Britain. So people used to think that their kings are the divine people and they are above the law. So this concept was later called divine theory of state. Now, there was a person, his name was Sir Edward Coke. He was the Chief Justice of England during the tenure of King James I. He, for the first time, said that the king should also be under the law. And this was the first origination of the concept of rule of law. This concept of rule of law was later developed by A.V. Dicey in his book Introduction to the Law of Constitution, which was published in 1885. He said in his book that no man is punishable or can be lawfully be made to suffer in body or goods except for a distinct breach of law, and no man is above the law. Now, after he gave this theory, this theory was later worked upon and developed in many ways. But Dicey in his book gave three extremely important aspects of this rule of law. Those three important aspects were: first, the supremacy of law; second, the equality before law; and third, the predominance of legal spirit. Now let's understand what are the meanings of these three things. So the first thing, supremacy of law. It says that the law is supreme. It is superior to governments and individuals. And the second concept says that the same law will be applied to every person. That is equality before law. Every person will be equal in the eyes of law, and the same law will be applied to all the people. Every person will be allowed to have a fair trial before his punishment. And the third concept or the third aspect of this rule of law was predominance of legal spirit. Now, what is the predominance of legal spirit? It says that constitution is the result of all the legal laws. But in Indian context, it is the constitution which is the source of all the legal laws. So, two aspects of this rule of law concept are applicable in Indian context, that is the supremacy of law and equality before law, but not the third one, because our constitution is the supreme law of land and it is the source of all prevalent laws. In this video, that's it. We will see you in the next video.